Hello, Double Talk 73 here, your fishing friend. I started a few minutes earlier than 10 o'clock. The reason being, I wanted to show you what was going on. I entered a competition, a custom competition, fishing for walleye in New York at Emerald Lake. And let me show you. This is the rig I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Jig Winner 810, which has a 13-pound max line weight, a Bremer 4000, which has a 12.5 max drag, and then .08 line, which is 10-pound, and a barbless narrow spoon 1/4 ounce. Hopefully that will do what I need to get done. And here are the details. Let me close this one. It says you can use a keeper or a stringer, just catching walleye, the only ones that count. You can use crankbaits, spoons, spinnerbait, buzzbait, floats, fresh bait, bottom fresh, and that's it. Now it doesn't say anything about boats or rod stand, but since I'm just going to be cranking the spoon, won't do any good to have a rod stand anyhow. So anyhow, that's what's going on. So now we're just going to wait until it says we can join the competition. It says it starts in a minute, a little over a minute. So we'll sit here and da for a minute and just see what happens. If you haven't watched my video that I put up that says for a note from my followers, please do. If you are one of my followers, that's an apology because I gave y'all the wrong email address. The email address should be doubletalk_73@yahoo.com. After I decided that's the email I wanted to use, I went to set it up as doubletalk73, and somebody already had it, so I couldn't do that. But anyhow, I should have done first things first, I guess. But when I get the hats in, I will whisper everybody that's on my followers list and let you know when the private competition is going to be. And I'll set it up probably at least several days after I get the hats in so that it'll have time to contact everybody. Okay. Can't see everything. There we go. Competition started. Okay, we're going to join. Enter competition. It's supposed to be at night, full moon, all that stuff. So we'll see. Hey, Easy, how's it going? You're the only one here right now. Does that hurt your feelings? It's hard for me to fish at night here with all these lights I've got on in front of me. Hard to see my monitor. But that's okay. I hope you watched that video, Easy, about for my followers only, because I gave y'all the wrong email address. Instead of doubletalk73@yahoo.com, it should be doubletalk_73@yahoo.com. Makes a difference. And I'm sure some of y'all have tried to email me with your in-game name, and that way I get your email address so that when I start the private competition, I can whisper you to let you know when it's going to be. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I know I say that a lot, but I really do. Come on, fish. This will be the first time I ever tried this competition. Last time I tried Salmon Clash. I've tried it before. Not with a lot of success, but you know, some you win, some you lose. But if it's like a lottery, people say I ain't never going to win, so I don't buy no tickets. Well, there's one thing for sure: if you don't buy a ticket, you're not going to win. There's a 100% probability of that. There you go. That is correct. And like I said, I will whisper all my followers when I get things set up. Here we go. Finally got one. And let you know when the competition is going to be, the time, and so on and so forth. Oh, it got better. I'll take that. That's a start. Got to start somewhere. Hmm. I don't understand the criteria. Okay. There were 24 that registered for this. I don't know how many are fishing right now. But I'm just going to catch fish and we'll see what happens. Or try to catch fish, put it that way. Oh, you left the L. Between the B and the T easy, there's an L. DBLTALK at underscore 73. Sorry, I didn't look at it real close. So let me get up here, get my cursor. It didn't do the underscore. Interesting. Did the dot. There we go. Well, hello. Sloth? Are you slothful? Ooh. Oh, good morning, son. Lost my game hung up. Doggone. There we go. Oh, I know why. It wouldn't do anything. I cast it out. What did I forget? Doubletalk73 at yahoo.com. I got that at. Oh well. That's what it is. Doubletalk underscore 73 at yahoo.com. And if you're a follower, uh, when I set up the competition, there you go. There you go, son. That's my son. He's a 2K player. He loves to play that 2K. Basketball and football. Pretty good too, I understand. I don't play it, so I don't know. I just fish. Or the way it looks now, I fish at it. Like I say, probably won't be first, but I won't be worst, I hope. Somebody's got to be first, somebody's got to be last. So don't get upset on whichever end of that spectrum you are. Just do the best you can, have fun. No, the competition will be set up for, let's see, PC and Xbox are, they work on the same parameters, I am told. And PS4 works on a different parameter. So I will set up the competition for two different competitions, one for PS users and one for PC and Xbox users. That's my understanding. Yeah. Hopefully there'll be more than three of you on PS4 because I intend to send the caps out to the people who place first, second, and third. Now I'll be in the PC competition, but I won't. Yeah, I may fish, but I'm probably just be in there. That one I will probably finish worst because I don't want to compete with the people I'm trying to show that I appreciate. The devs told me, the one that gave me permission to get the hats printed up, that do a few, not too many. They've got some on the way that I'm sure they're going to sell at somebody's merch store. I don't know. Uh, I don't know if they're going to be embroidered or what. Well, thank you. You're more than welcome. Well, the fish went cold on me. That happens. Although we ought to be getting top of the peak. Let's see. Oops, that was what you call a long cast. I don't want to be that far out. I want to start around 160 something. And let's try the middle. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. I told my son last night, I've got 45 followers on Twitch. He said, really? I said, yeah. He said, I got a little over 700. I said, well, you've been playing a little longer than I have. But he enjoys it. When he doesn't work, he sits all day playing these games. It's what he likes. But I plan to stream at least every Tuesday and Thursday, starting the time I did this morning, which is 10 a.m. my local Eastern Standard Time. And if there's a competition, fine, we'll try it. If not, we'll go try something else. I may go fishing down in Texas. I'm trying to help a young man now uh, get all set up. He was in Texas, and everybody wants to rush up, rush up, rush up, level up, go to another lake, go to bigger lake, bigger lake. That's okay, but learn how to fish along the way. When I first started, that's what I wanted to do too. I couldn't wait to get out of Texas to go to North Carolina. Then I stayed in North Carolina forever until I got level enough where I could go to Florida. Then I stayed in Florida forever until I got enough where I could go to St. Croix. And then I stuck at St. Croix for a long, long time. Until I got leveled up where I could go to California. And like everybody else, I watch YouTube videos and try to get ideas of what I need to take with me, and usually don't have enough money. So then you stay where you're at, fish for money, fish for money. Give me some cash, give me some cash. Oh, now that looks like a trophy. Ah, come on, get back up there. Now you notice I fish in the red. My line's in the red. That's what I like to do. I like to get it up there just as close to breaking as possible. Get the fish in. Nope, look bigger than that. But I guess it weren't. Hard to see my markers here in the dark. My buoys. For me, y'all probably see them better than me. What did your Arapaima weigh? That trophy. You remember? My biggest is just barely over 215 pounds so far. And I've showed people the two spots that I like to fish for them, and three spots, I'm sorry, and they catch them 220 pounds. Let's see, 94.7 kilograms today. Awesome. That's up. Got to get my calculator out to figure that out. 94.7. That's 208. That's a nice 208 pounds. Nice fish in anybody's book. But you sure better have a rig when you go down there to get them. You catch it on a float or on a lure. The one in the slough. That's what I said. 208. There we go. Now I can see my marker. Good for a second. What happened? It changed to 4 o'clock. I can see it for just a second. It's teasing me. I wonder if I'd have brought a lighter rig if I would have scored higher. The problem is with a lighter rig, if I catch a trophy, I spend the rest of this tournament trying to bring in that one fish because it's only got a 4-pound line on it. I'd get it in sooner or later, but it'd be a fight. Yes, there you go. And you have to use leaders down there for sure. Holy smokes, everything down there got teeth, including the black caiman. No anchor. There you go. That way, when you catch that big ones, excuse me, they can pull you around, and you at least you can fight them. I was fishing down there in the computer-based testing. Let's see, I want to come into the middle. And using topwater buzz bait, and I hooked a big one. My anchor was down. Cool. But my anchor was down. I couldn't go anywhere, and it wound up getting off. I couldn't twist my rod around far enough to follow it. Well, I'm moving down instead of up. Whoa-wee. I know PH Speedy's in here. I figured he'd be towards the top. If I do this again, I'll bring 2 rigs. One light rig and this one. Maybe I can bring a 6-pound rig instead of a 10-pound. Maybe I'll score better. You got to join a competition and try it just to see what's the best way to do something. Like I did at Salmon Clash last night. It was nighttime fishing in Alaska, and that was the first time I'd ever fished at night in Alaska. Now, the last Salmon Clash I did was something like, started like 7 o'clock in the evening, 7 till 9. So last night, fishing at night was a real adventure. But if you don't try it, you don't learn. I know where to catch the small pinks, but I struggle trying to catch the larger Chinook. Didn't happen. Tried a little bit of everything, it didn't happen. Some you win, some you lose, some get rained out. We get done here. I think I'm going to go to California and do a little farming sturgeon so I can get some of the money back I've spent over the last week. Spent about $400,000 going around and doing a little, trying a little this, trying a little that. Yes, it is, as far as I know. I can't tell when I'm working on the game. You'll have to look. You can tell me. You're the one that's watching. Yep. About 100 feet out, somewhere between the second and third island. Awesome. Well, there's a good chance we might be wussed in this competition, catching fish, but it just ain't scoring right. That's okay. I'll figure it out. Next time I'll bring a lighter rig, and the people that set up the competition, they know what they want to do. That's okay. It's their competition. and that's okay. It's like I say, a lot of people complain and gripe about the same people time after time after time, coming in the top 10 in the events or the competitions that the developers set up. Those people put hours and hours in of practice for whatever muskie topping or steelhead showdown or cats at night or something like that. They spend a lot of time. You'll see a lot of the same names like RQC or Patrick Jane, a lot of the YOLO club members. You'll see them in a lot of competitions, but you don't see them in all competitions. Just the ones that they feel comfortable in, the ones that they practice on, and that's to their benefit. That's their way. Yes, far left, all the way to the left. I fish there sometimes of a morning with a green or blue 8-foot crank and catch guineas, but I never tried down there with floats or with bottom rods. I'm sorry. It's a long walk. My old legs get so tired. I like fishing at earth's end. So when you spawn in, you run towards the water, you jump over the log. I like to jump over the log. I think it's funny. I came up with a way there to catch uni, yep, uni bull trout. I use a 3-foot uh, crawfish crank and cast it out and let it float. Excuse me, on top of the water between the two parallel rocks. Don't crank it. Yeah, bottom rods. And I don't crank it. Do you use rod stand? Use 4 rods. But I just let that 3-foot crawl crank just float across the top of the water. Keep a tight line on it so I keep it where it will. Yep. And I catch, excuse me, catch a few other things there too. I think the fish went to sleep. Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. See, and I had a nibble there and I missed it. Shame on me. Well, it looks like we're not going to win. It looks like we ain't going to place in the top 10. Maybe top 20. There's probably only 19 people fishing right now. But that's okay. Let's try it back down at the bottom. Usually about this time, one of the other followers, Wicked Viking, comes on. He's pretty knowledgeable about this game. He's got some really neat uh, websites, or one website. It's a spreadsheet for all the lakes, money, travel. When we get down here with this competition, I'll put it in the chat so you can have it. Then I found one in Steam that just deals with Texas, but it shows you where all the fish are. Okay. That just kind of come up on itself, didn't it? Oh, you did that. Thank you, son. See, he plays on a computer. He's an old man on a computer. I'm an old man off the computer, but I'm a punk kid on a computer. Mm-hmm. You are exactly right. And a lot of people that are really good at it, they don't mind one bit. Just like me, I don't mind sharing tips with anybody. A lot of the players think, well, if I tell you, then you'll know as much as me. That don't mean nothing to me. The reason I entered this is first place ain't worried about the money, but first place gets 20 coins. Second place gets 10. Third place gets 5. I thought, lightning strikes. You just never know. We've got 10 more minutes of fishing game time. Right there, I can actually see my buoy now. The sun creeping up over the tops of the trees. Well, thank you very much. I like all kind words and compliments. I'm not proud. I like compliments. Most people do. I figured if I come up here trying to catch walleye, everything I catch would be grass pike and pickerel. Or grass pickerel and pike. There we go. Grass pike, grass pickerel. We'll get it right. One of them there fish. Well, we got about 40 seconds. If I catch one now, might get it in, might not. It'd be close. So this is probably the last cast. The last cast. But then we'll go do some farming, get some money back. I don't have premium, so I've got to farm 50% longer than somebody has premium. One more maybe? Maybe? Nope. Countdown. If I caught it right now and jerked it in, stick a fork in me. That's it. Well, it was great and it was fun. Primary 1.9. Close. Oh, it's over. Okay. Everybody's over. See, YOLO Tom. See there? I tell you, they spend a lot of time. Oh, there's Speedy down 13. Hey, I wound up 17th. I wasn't the last one. Oh, hip hip hooray. Little things. Okay. Shall we go to California? Well, come on, Lid. Thank you, son. Appreciate all that confidence there. So I paid for my trip there with that 3,000. Yeah. And it only cost 100 to enter the competition, so I did all right. And make sure I got all my equipment here. Let's see, we're going to put, what size hook we got on there? That's the hook I want. Let me show you. I want to put spawn sacks on. Last time I did this, I put meat chunks on. I didn't read, I just looked at it. Okay. That line looks a little weak. Wonder how the rest of them look. That's good. That's good. That's good. Number 4. 0.011. There we go. Don't need all that line. About 250 be plenty. That's probably too much. Okay, now we're ready. Let's see if there's any more competitions come up while we're here. Falcon, last amateur. That'll probably be canceled. That's a shame. It takes 20 players in these events that the devs set up in order for them to go ahead. See down here at the bottom? Without even looking, that's an amateur. They don't get them because Tiber River canceled amateur. Canceled. They don't get 20 people in the competition or in the event, whichever. Buy a license. Buy a license. I forget that sometimes. I get full of myself, I guess is the way to say it. And I am the king of fines. I think whoever's in second place got a long ways to go to catch up to me in fines. I kept 4 beluga. I think the second time I went to the Aktuba River in Russia, just so I could take a picture of the keeper with him in it. So that's 100 grand. But that's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and clip these out here. I want to clip them out at 85 feet before we start fishing. Oh, I know what else I want to do. I want to give you those websites. I'll do that when I finish setting these clips. Because if I don't finish what I start, I forget where I was in the middle of the stream. That happens when you get old. Don't ever get old. Now you have to get old. Don't ever grow up. That's what I want to say. You have to get old. You don't have to grow up. My son will tell you that's one of my problems. I've got probably a 30-year-old mind and a 72-year-old body. They don't work too good. I tried playing softball a couple summers ago. That was hilarious. I can still hit the ball, just not as hard as I used to be able to. I can still pitch. It's about the only position I'm good at anymore because I just can't move the way I used to. We played a little pickup softball game. Don't you dare catch a fish. And I was pitching everybody inside so they couldn't hit it back at me. I just had open heart surgery a little while before then. And the guy stepped back and hit it right up the middle. It smacked me square right here. And there was a guy on first base, and everybody froze. And I bent over and picked up the ball and turned around, threw it to second base. And everybody saying, "You okay? You okay? You okay?" I said, "Make the play. Don't stop now. Make the play." Will oh, you know what? What if I do not have? So it cost me money. Anyhow, make the play. Make the play. Well, are you all right? Are you all right? You all right? I said, make the play. So we got to double play. And then, oh, it hurt. I mean, it was one of them, hit the bat, did a whap, whap when it hit me. Rhett was playing out in left field, and he come running over. "Are you all right? You all right?" "Yeah, I'm fine, son." "It hit you in the chest, Dad." "I know. Don't worry about it. We're okay." Okay, let's get some beer back down here. Going back and read home. There's my rod stand. Get my boat back. Thank you. Okay. Now we're ready. You're exactly right. I forgot the rod stand. No matter how many times I pushed that 9 key, it wasn't going to put that rod stand down there. Hey, Jumbo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's see if it's going to leave my lines clipped. I might have to clip them again. We're in California. I'm in California. Y'all are with me. But later on in the summer, he played on our church team. Yeah, we're still in good shape. We're still clipped. The other team only had 7 players. Well, that's not cool. I said, well, I'll play. And the coach of their team said, well, what can you do? I said, well, I can pitch. He said, okay. Well, we have a pitcher, New Orleans, Louisiana. Let's see, morning time? Oh, it is. It's only 10:30, right? Holland? Cool. Yeah, you're on the same time as me. I'm in Tennessee, Jumbo. Let's see, what am I going to do here? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get those web addresses for you. Let me turn this off where I can read. I can't see what I'm saying. I'm looking. Well, didn't see it. Let's see here. Let's pick something out. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Well, oh, there it is. Beginner help. There we go. Okay, this one is the map for Texas. And it shows you where all the fish are and stuff like that. Okay? This one is a chart. This is one that Wicked Viking works on. This is a spreadsheet. You are correct. I am in Chattanooga. Cool. Anyhow, those two websites give you a lot of information. The one, if you're on Texas and you want to go down there, maybe you run out of money. You want to go down there and earn some money. It tells you where they are. Okay. I don't know if y'all remember my method here. Let's see, advanced time. See what the weather is, or what the peak is. I really don't care. It's a decent one. But I fish 15 minutes and move. 15 minutes and move. Now, I used to not move at all and just catch what I could here in 15 minutes and then go ahead and advance time to the next time that I want to fish at. And don't confuse me, son. Ah, I'm surprised you. Are you playing your game on your other screen? There we go. But anyhow, I fished the 15 minutes here, and then I started moving to the next spot, moving over here to the left. Shift 3, number 4. And if I catch 1, if I catch 2, 3, 4, whatever I catch, that's what I'm happy with. And then I move. And I like to, when I'm fishing here at night, I like to turn my light off once I get my rods positioned so that I can use the light of the rod stand to know which one's what. Oh, now we're getting number 2 working in here. I try to remember what sequence I pick them up to. That seems to make a difference. I pick them up, land. Oops. Number 4. Number 3. What happened? What happened? Did the game? There we go. You say the game lock up on me? Come on. Better turn the light on so you see what I'm doing. Come on. That's a decent fish, by the way it came in. Yeah, 46. The one still on 3, or did I lose it? Yep, I lost it. It was on 4. That's okay. Close enough to be time out, time up, however you want to say it. Now I come over here and I fish 15 minutes here. And if I catch one or two, that's okay. That just adds to the total because I'm just here for money. I won't stay long, though. Cool. Congratulations, son. From the UK. One of my buddies is from East Essex in the UK. We talk on Discord. We've been buddies on the game for over a year now. He hasn't been playing much lately, though. He's a pretty sick feller. He has a disease. It's called AS. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's something similar to Crohn's, and it's your body tries to eat itself, and your immune system is essentially non-existent. It's not good stuff. There we go. I was wondering if I was going to get it. Raise the rod. Nothing there. Got nothing on 3 again. Cool. Yeah, it's coming in pretty good. Or it was until I said that. That's where it goes in it. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get in here. Get in here. You're going the wrong way. It's just like a young child in the grocery store or in the mall. Whichever way you want to go, they want to go the other way. That's a little one. It must be on steroids because it sure put up a fight. What in the world did I do here? I pushed the wrong button. Let's try this one. That's what I did. I pushed the wrong key. One of these days I'll learn my keys, you reckon? I learn how to count. Okay. So that's now 928. That's about it. Get number 4 in. You're more than welcome. It's a lot of information. Okay, we fished there at 9. Then we go back over here. Oh, sorry, ma'am. I guess the best thing I can do is go to a friend's only room. That way I get out of everybody's way. When I first started playing, I had to go back to Texas several times. Where am I at? Here we are. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I'd run out of bait, run out of everything. Okay, we start at 9. Now we go to 11. 9, 11, 1, 3 are the times I fish. That's it. And whatever I catch is what I catch. And I'll have, I don't know, 30,000 or so. And I will have fished approximately 15 minutes real time. I'm sorry, if I just fish 30 minutes in the game, that's about a little under 8 minutes real time. So an hour's time, I can do that 7 times. So I have $200,000 in an hour of real time. That's pretty decent. And there's guys that say they can do better at Germany. I don't know. The only thing I've ever been able to do at Germany is use their boilies and whatever those other baits are, pop-ups and stuff like that. And didn't work for me. Come on, take it. There you go. Thank you. Oh, don't tell me this. There we go. Thought it done locked up on me. It does it. We got 3 on now. Oh, we got 4 on. Okay, it was 2, 4, 3, 1. 2, 4, 3, 1. 2, 4, 3, 1. Wow. I'll probably lose at least one of these. I usually do, because I use barbless hooks. But that's okay. We'll play them and do what we can. Three. Shift 3. 1. 2. Usually the ones that go to the right are the ones that I lose. They go around there and there's a log or something they like to get on. I don't know. 4. I may not have enough time to fish the other spot if I get all these in. But 4 is 4. 3. Stick with me. Come on, fish, stick with me. Bring that one on in. Yep, see, I lost one. Lost the one on 2. Piddle diddle, piddle diddle. Can't win them all. Although we try. If we didn't try, we wouldn't be fishing. Come on in. Come on in. Thank you. Oh, don't do that to me. Come on. Now you can fish when you move over to the other spot. That's a nice one. 53. 55 and 55.1 I think is the max they get here now. But if you move over to the other spot, between 15 and 20 after, they're dead here. I mean, you can fish longer, but chances are you're not going to get much. But you can move over to the other spot. You don't have to just fish for 15 minutes. You can fish a little longer if you want to. That's your preference. Or you can just stay at this one spot and go from time frame to time frame. 9/11/13. At least we don't have to change distances. Use the same distance on at both places. Yeah, we got a little time. At least my way of doing it. No, 2 got off. I didn't skip it. Oh, you mean when I was trying to go by the sequence they were hooked? Is that what you mean? If I did, it's the excitement of the moment. And it's probably why it got off. Got 3 there, so if I get 1 or 2 here, if I'm lucky, that's great. If I get 1, if I get none, I just go back over and go to the next time period. Oh, by the way, easy, when you uh, correct your typing, don't worry about it. I'm terrible at typing. My son will tell you that. Anybody that's been on the games with me will tell you that. So sometimes I correct them, sometimes I don't. So if I can understand what I type, I can understand what you type. Most of the time. Are you going to give me 1 over here? Just 1 to make up for the one I lost on the other side. We'll go 2 more minutes. Ah, you heard me, didn't you? Oh, you're going to give me 2 of them on here? Cool. 1 for sure. Come on, number 2. Bite it again. Don't hit and run. Yeah, big fingers. My son will tell you that. I have looked and looked. He'll tell you I've looked for over 2 years for a keyboard with extra large number. You know, these are the standard keyboard size are 1/2 inch size keys. I've looked for a 3/4 inch and I find them, but every time I find them, they're sold out. Now I wonder why. Maybe just because I'm looking for them. But my hands are, believe me, they're big. It's good for 2 things. Throwing a baseball, because my son's got big fingers too, big hands. And playing the piano. Of course, I never played the piano. But when you can spread your fingers out more than an octave on a piano, I understand that's pretty decent. Didn't play the piano, so I don't know. Then we go to 1 o'clock. 9/11/13. And there again, it doesn't matter where the peaks are, what the weather is. If you catch 1, if you catch none, it's just the way the game goes. I just go the same times. Here we go. We already got fish. Thank you. 2, 1. need to figure out how to put my camera lower so I can see a little better what's going on. Shift 1, 2, oh, there's 4. 2, 1, 4. Shift 2, 4. And 3. 2, 1, 4, 3. So it's 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. It sure is 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe I can remember that. Come on in, come on in. I don't have to worry about 2. Come on. Takes too long to get the fish in. 1. Come on. 4. 3. At least I don't have to take my shoes off so I can count these numbers. Come on in. Come on in. All the way in. Come on. All the way in. Come on. There you go. Thank you. Oh, okay, number 3. Keep working. Keep working. All the way in. All the way in. Keep bending that rod a little bit, number 3. Come on. Bend it just a little. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, game. We got all 4 of them. And it's 13, so time to move. See, now if I get 1 over here, I would have got 5 on this hour time. If I get 2, I would have got 6, which makes up for ones I lost or ones that I should have caught that I didn't. I think 7 is the best I ever did. At one, I got 4 at the other place, got them all in, and come over here and got 3. That's the best I've ever done. But that's still at you know, $2,000 or $3,000 a fish. That's pretty decent money for just 15 minutes of fishing, 30 minutes of game time. I mean, 15 minutes. Let's see what next morning looks like while we're here. Cloudy. When it gets up there in the red, when the reel does, I quit reeling. Hello, Al. Welcome. We're just doing a little farming right now. I tried a competition in New York at Emerald Lake catching walleye. I finished 19th or 17th out of 22, I think it was, that finished. Had 24 registered. Some of them didn't fish. First time I tried that competition. One more. One more, give me 6. One more, give me 6. Should I whistle it in? Come on. There's a player, I call him Mr. M. It's Mr. capital Makohh. He was a beginning player, lost all of his money, and didn't have nothing. I never did get to find out what he did. But anyhow, he asked me to help him out, so I went. We started back in Texas again, and he was playing on Xbox, so he downloaded free to play through Steam, so he could start all over. And when I get off of here later on, I'm gonna find him. And he was level 6 last night, working his way up, and he wanted to know when to go to New York. And I said, just keep on going. You need money. Don't leave Texas till you're at least level 14 or 15. Then we'll go to New York and start working on walleye. He's okay, because that way, if he stays there till he's level 14 or 15 or 16, I stayed till I was 18. That way I had enough cash to buy whatever I needed to fish at New York the way I wanted to. And then on one of the uh, platforms, you can download from Microsoft, the Microsoft Store. You can download Fishing Planet there for free, and it's a totally different. Uh, I say totally different is it doesn't link to the Steam version. You can't transfer money or anything like that. But there again, you can start all over and have fun again. So I use the knowledge that I've gained working my way to level 60 to go back, and I'm still in New York in that format. I'm at level 34, just having fun catching walleye. Okay, we're past the time. We got 5. Uh-oh, I hear my dog. Woof, woof, woof. Don't need a burglar alarm. Got a dog. Man, anything moves up and down the street. Lady across the street gets out with her little puppy walking in the grass. He can hear them. It's unbelievable. And he does not like the UPS truck. He doesn't care about the driver, but he doesn't like that truck or the FedEx or the mail truck. He rides in the back seat of my pickup truck whenever we go anywhere. I've got him in a seat belt and roll the window down, and we'll be driving down the road, and the UPS truck go the other way. Oh man, it's on. Now these 2 hours of fishing time that we're doing, which is about 30 minutes of real time, is not a lot of time to invest in the amount of money we're going to make. I like to farm here, and I like to farm in blue crab. I have fun fishing at Maku because I get a lot of fish, but they're small. It takes all day long to fill a net, unless you catch a lot of arapaima, and then it fills up in a hurry. Oh, here he comes. I hear him coming down the stairs. There he is. Hey, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah. I'm glad he's not a lap dog. Lost that one. That was my fault. Playing with a dog. Yeah, there are important things too. He just come down and say hello. When there's somebody up at the door or the delivery people leave a package, I know it because he raised Kane up there and he run down the stairs. Woo, 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 woo. Turn around and walk back towards the door here in my cave and woo, 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 and lets me know something's there, something's going on. Well, come on in, come on in. Thank you. Well, I got 7 minutes. Let me see if I get this one in. I might throw them back out. You never know. Al, you been fishing? Or just a chilling? Did you watch my video? Al, did you watch my video? I call it just for a note for my followers because I told everybody the wrong email address. It's doubletalk73, or excuse me, doubletalk_73 at yahoo.com. I forgot the underscore when I told everybody, I think. But anyhow, like I said, when I get the caps in and we're ready to set up, I don't want to set up a competition until I get merchandise in. That's kind of putting a horse before the cart. I found a place to do them, and I'm going to order them either this afternoon or tomorrow. I've got to send them a copy of what I want printed. I'm going to have them screen printed on the logo on white hats, and I want to make sure that they can do what they want you to buy the hats before you send them the logo. That don't make any sense to me. I want to know whether or not they can do what I want them to do before I spend the money. But anyhow, when the hats come in, then I'll set up the competition and let everybody know. I'll send everybody a whisper as to when it's going to be. And if you want to be in it, then you can email me and I'll have your email address, and then I can send you the password or code, whatever you want to call it, to get in the private competition. That will be it just for us. And like Easy asked, said he plays on PS4. But it's going to be on PC only? I said no. The PS4 is one format, then the Xbox and PC is one format, so I have two formats. So I'd have to set up two competitions, but that's okay. And I want to do it at a lake that everybody can join, so I'll probably do it at New York. We can catch whatever, walleye, bluegill, black crappie, pike, sauger, whatever. Just catch them all, whatever's on the lake, and just total weight. Nothing fancy. Make it only $100 to enter. and then the top 3 in each platform will get their mailing address and send them a hat. And like I say, wouldn't even think about selling your information, your email address or your physical address, to anybody. That will be private. Yes. Did you catch it with a 3-inch glow-in-the-dark worm on a jig, 1/4 ounce or 1/2 ounce jig, over by the rock wall? They're not easy to catch. They're fun though. I tell you, before they started doing all this nuclear power stuff around here, saugers are a clean fish. They're bottom feeders. They're vegetarians. They don't eat a lot of trash. They're How did that get away so fast? Well, they don't eat. They, like I said, they eat on the bottom. They're bottom feeders. So it's a good clean fish. There's another one here too that we have. Spoonbill catfish. Same thing. They're bottom feeders, and they're very, very clean. I took one over to my father-in-law once. I caught him. It weighed about 5 pounds. Boy, you'd have thought that I brought him $1 million. He was so thrilled. He liked fish anyhow. Oh man, we nailed its head up to a tree, and he cut around its neck and skinned it, and then opened it up and took his guts out of it. And he said, "Smell it. Stick your nose down and smell it." Well, most fish has a real fishy smell. You stick your nose down in that cavity where you pull those guts out. No smell at all, really. Just clean. And I took a little bite of it. Oh, it's good. My favorite fish is halibut. Ooh, I like halibut. My son does too. Brought some back from Alaska. But anyhow, the sauger was good. But now, with all the nuclear plant above us here, when I go real-time fishing, which I haven't been in a while, man, it's hot. I catch and release. Unless I catch 21 gram. Hadn't tried that. Okay, let's see what we got here. 34,000. Caught 17. That's not bad for 30 minutes of fishing, I guess. 22. So you're gonna make me figure time now. That's 10:08. Okay, let's see what we got here. That we can play with. Make some more money while we're here. I think that one will work. Let's go to the. Oh, I know what we can try. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm on the rocks. I think cloudy's a good morning for steelhead. If it's a good morning for steelhead, where are you? Did I miss it? There it is. 3/4 ounce silver popper. Froggy. See if there's any steelhead awake. Or smallmouth bass. Now this is not fishing for money. This is fishing for fun. And you definitely ain't gonna get rich fishing this way for steelhead. Oh, missed it. Down as far as I can go. Got another place for steelhead too that I kind of like. We'll try it here for, well, I got 3 places really. Better on a Sunday morning. Most fish are better on a Sunday morning. Come on, Steely. Steely Dan. Come on, come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. One's awake anyhow. The rest of them still asleep. Here we go. Now, a guy told me, we cranked this thing off, S. Breyer. I fished with him a lot up in St. Croix when I was early on. He said when you catch a fish, change something. Change your lure, change your location. If you're float fishing, change your bait, change your leader length, change your bobber, change something. It's a video game. Ones and zeros is all it is. So by changing what you do, you change the parameters of the game slightly. He caught a lot of fish, and that was one of the things that he did. And I like to fish up against the face of the dam too. The darn dam. Saw the bait fish. Where'd they go? If I cast over here, they'll come up on the other side. But of course. Do I need 3 monitors? So I got one for chat. That'd be kind of rough to set up. One for the game. Then I need one that I can watch my channel, because that's where the alerts are set up, I believe. That'd be, I don't know if I got a video card that would do that. I don't know if I have, I think I have 3 HDMI slots on it. Now I'm getting ahead of myself. Just fish and have fun, dummy. Mr. Dummy. Come on now, wake up. Don't go sleep on me. Probably don't have what I need to fish the other spot. If I had to hazard a guess, I need that 13-foot deep runner is what I need. Let's see if I got it. 13 arrows deep runner. Don't have the purple one. We'll give it a try. You never know. I can show you where. Okay. You don't have to go very far here. Get around the corner here. That's about it. Okay. Did you put the DBLTALK_73 at yahoo.com? Because I double checked it this morning and that's the correct address. Oh, we're going to do this now. See, that lure's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to run right along, a little over halfway down. So I'm going to have to feather the crank. Yeah, you're miss DBL. That's what you're missing an L. Thank you, Heinrich. DBLTALK. Between the B and the T is an L. And I've been told that my bread's not done, so I'm missing a lot more than an L. I've got a couple screws loose, y'all. But you know what? It makes life a lot. Well, that's not going to work. It makes life interesting. You don't have to be sorry. You're trying to send something to me. You don't have to be sorry. Let's see if we can get them with the top water. Oh, let's try my something different here. That's not what I want. There we go. 6/7 ounce. I haven't tried this one here. And a worm. Thank you again, Harry. Appreciate it. There I go. Appreciate it. I looked up, try to get synonyms for I appreciate it. Thank you. It's about the only thing come up. Lord, Lord, Lord. This is probably a Chinook. That'd be my guess. You never know. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Everybody needs help. Wow. They like that rattlesnake, don't they? Cool. It's a pretty good sized fish. The way that reel bouncing up and down. Wow. I'm gonna have to play games with it too. Stop reeling. Oh, when the power meter. Wow. When the power meter gets up there, maybe it's a big striper. Oh, that'd be all right too, wouldn't it? That's when I don't need to have my boat. Now, out here you can't. You got to anchor your boat down because if you don't, you'll drift drift that way down the river. I did that once and realized I was already at land at the other end. Come on, what are you? What are you? All right, all right. Thank you. What was that fish worth? Ah, $1,600. All right. My buddy Mizzou fan Mike wouldn't believe it. I caught those fish here on a rattlesnake. That's a lure used down in Maku Maku. He caught 15 unis fishing one from, he started at 5 o'clock in the morning and quit at 9 o'clock at night. And in the one place that we fished, now he skipped about 3 hours because there was no peak at all. Well, thank you. We'll find out. Thank you for the email. From Holland. That's a first. Unless somebody there was trying to scam me or sell something. They do that all over the world. I don't remember catching a trophy Chinook here. I've tried fishing for striped bass here and caught commons, but I don't think I've caught a trophy. $5.45. So let's take a shot and see if maybe stripers are still awake. Any of them. Let me turn this off so I can read. Read. 3 foot. 3 foot. 12 foot. Here we go. Try 12 foot. Thought it was going to go to the bottom. Thank you. Went to the bottom. I don't have an 8 foot blue. I may have an 8 foot green. That ain't gonna work. Let's try this. Let's drag it along the bottom. You never know. Who'd have thunk it? Must be a ledge out there. Come off that ledge. Oh, that's not a striper anyhow. It's another Chinook. Okay. Let's see if I got an 8 foot green. There's a 6 foot. That's a 6 foot. Is that a smoke? Yeah, smoke. 12 foot. 12 foot. Let's try this one. There's an 8 foot X series. Just a fishing. Boy, cast that dude 1.5 miles, didn't it? Woo! Just far enough. The Chinooks are sure liking me this morning. That's okay. Fish is fish. Money's money. Pay those expenses. See, I done paid my expenses for coming here with the farming that I did on the sturgeon. So whenever you go to a place and once you make your expense, your travel and your license expense, hang around. That's where a lot of people lose a lot of money. They jump around from place to place. They have to buy more license, pay more travel expense. And it's just over and over and over. And the next thing you know, you got no money. I know what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to let my iPhone, I lay it on my space bar, which reels, and let it catch. I do that sometimes up at St. Croix when I'm catching blues. When I know it's not a uni, I put it on a space bar and let it reel it in. Whoops, had a bang there. Whoops. Wow, that's acting crazy. It must be going over humps or something down underwater. Now I'm just going to let my iPhone bring it in. See, now my iPhone catches striped bass. I catch Chinooks, my iPhone catch striped. Just let it do it again. Magic fishing. See, this way you can just lay back and relax. This is lazy man fishing. This is the way I like to fish when I go real life fishing. Find me a good comfortable place underneath a tree. Throw my bait out there. Put a rod holder down. Lay back against the tree. Get comfortable and fish. Let my rod do the work. Problem is I don't have my iPhone there that can reel a fish in. Another stripe. Funny, funny, funny. Now this time, I'm going to reel it in. Put my phone off the side, and I'm going to reel it in and see what happens with me reeling. Well, when we did that 4th of July competition or event this year, I like to never found a canoe up here, the sunken canoe, so I can get the relic chest off of it. That was a tough one to find down that canal. They had it hid pretty good. Steelhead. See, I didn't catch a stripe. I caught a steelhead. I can honestly say this is the first time I've ever used this lure on this lake, on this waterway. Not disappointed. Well, my phone was more consistent catching fish than I am. Let's try back over here. Let's try to let the iPhone fish again. Almost lunchtime. I had me a couple eggs and turkey bacon this morning. It's not lasting too long. Of course, it was about 8 o'clock when I ate it. That might be why. Looky there. Maybe I'll just forget my mouse and let my iPhone do the fishing. Oh, Lordy. I'm reeling this time. A little bit shallower out there that far. There we go. See, now I'll go eat me some lunch. Now I'll come back down here and I'll fish some more. Got nowhere to go today. Nothing that I know to do. My oldest son wants us to go into business together making split shot and sinkers. Just something fun to do. Buy the melting pot and the molds and the other tools that you need. Probably run about, and I've got 100 pounds of lead here already. I already had. Now see, it's shallower there. But you can buy the pot, the mold for, and if you want to buy the lead, a couple $100, and you can make, I don't know, you can more than double that money with the sinkers. Put them on eBay and sell them. Just take some time. But I need to get the hats taken care of before I do anything else. Like what is a bad cast? Okay. Duh. Oop, there's my old man cast. I want to try the Star Spangled and see what it'll do. I think it dives too deep. It's 16 feet, I believe. I know there's a place somewhere around here where you can catch a sturgeon 32 feet out quickly. Get them in a hurry. Get your bait back out there. Get them in a hurry. That's one of those secrets that those people that fish those competitions don't want to let you know. That's their secret. That's okay. They put in the time to find it, so they deserve it. Okay, let's go with the Star Spangled. See what it does. Okay. All right. Another steelhead. Okay. Well, definitely the fish are active on a cloudy morning, which is surprises me a little bit. Here we go. Come off that ledge back into the deeper water. You know, if you're fishing for real, if you find ledges in the lakes or the rivers, or an old road bed, or a fence road that's gone underwater, that's a good structure to fish along. Fish-like structure. They'll hold it. That's why a lot of pro bass fishermen in their home lakes, they go out and they'll sink Christmas trees and brush and uh, things like that. So and then mark them on GPS locators so they know where to go on their home lake, so they know where to go fish. So when they go fish on somebody else's lake, they're a little bit of a disadvantage. They have to use their knowledge about thermocline temperatures and yes, the markers. Yes, I share markers. When one of my friends finally gets to level 58 and comes to blue crab, I've got 58 markers down there. I think so. And I just start sharing. We have suggested to the developers that they need a way where we can share more than one marker at a time. Like if I click on your name and I want to share a marker, I'll be able to share 5, 6, or 7, whatever I want to share with you without having to click every single marker every single time. And another thing, when you open up your lake, you have no idea what a buoy is until you point at it and open it up. We suggested different colors for the buoys so that we would know what the buoy is when you open up the lake map to see what the buoys are. And there'd be some kind of little uh, chart that will tell you that blue, well, here for instance, blue is uh, sturgeon, uh, green is bass, orange is steelhead, something like that. So when you open up your map, now if somebody sends you a new marker and you put it out on a map, where the heck is it? If you've got 40 or 50 markers already out on the map, how do you figure out which one they just sent you unless you look at the GPS location of the mark? Then you got to hunt that GPS down. Another suggestion we made was somebody, their initials or something put on the mark, on the buoy, so that people know who sent you that mark, that buoy. And, there's just a lot of programming involved. A lot of programming. I understand that. And the worst part of that is programming is like dominoes. If you change one thing here, you can affect 10 things over here. And that happens sometimes because I'm sure that this program on here has millions of lines of code, and you can't look at every single line of code when you make one change. So I understand that. I think they do a fabulous job. I really do. Every once in a while, they nerf something, mess it up, not intentional. Like when they they changed something and updated it, and the current at Canic Creek in Alaska was going about 60 mile an hour. It was totally unfishable. You throw out a 2-ounce bottom bottom lure or some with an 8-ounce sinker, and it was gone. It was down the other end before it even settled. Oh Lord! It took them a couple of weeks to change that, get it back. But they did. Now, one thing that I've had a problem with here lately is when I record my videos and like this stream, I'll put it on YouTube for anybody that wants to watch it again, or you can watch it here on Twitch. But I've got a bunch of followers on YouTube that may not be on Twitch, so I put it on there for them to watch. And a lot of times it comes out in grayscale. The one that I did night before last, where I fished, where was I? Texas. I was fishing Texas. No, yeah, I was fishing in Texas, and the video, it looked normal like this when we were on Twitch, and then I moved to Emerald Lake. Everything looked normal, but when I uploaded the video, the Texas part was all grayscale, but the Emerald Lake part was fine. And I've asked them, one of the developer's name is Olivia, and she's commented more than once that they have no idea. I don't know if it's my software, the way it's integrating with their programming or what, but it makes it harder for y'all to see what's going on, where I'm casting. Mainly when I'm casting for a particular spot, I look at the tree line on the opposite shore mainly, or a rock. That's what I look for anyhow. So I'm consistently casting in the same area, same distance. But little things make a difference. We must have changed time. Yeah, we went to 7 o'clock. They went to sleep at 7 o'clock. Maybe. See, that's normally where I catch Chinooks, right over there. But not on the bottom. Oh, me. Might come off the bottom. Let's try the rattlesnake again. Maybe I'll wake things up. I was really surprised. Believe me. Let's see, I gotta have this first. And then my rattlesnake. Now, I have to put on 2-speed to get it up on top of the water, that buzzbait. And then I put it back to 1. Bring it across the top of water, 1 speed. The secret lure, yeah. I call it my secret. Mizzou fan Mike and I, we was peeling around down in Maku one day and just stumbled on this, just trying different things, peeling around. And buddy, it worked. You drag it across some lily pads down there, you catch fish. If you don't get hung up. Good. Everybody should have it. Hey, something that catches fish is something to have. That looks like a smallmouth. Be my guess. Ta-da! They're everywhere. In every lake, they're everywhere. It's a fish. This will catch permit. in Blue Crab Island too. If you go to the farming spot, put your lures out that way, and if you'll cast to the right towards the barge, just as close as you can around the edge of the trees, and work it the same way, you'll catch permit. Every once in a while, a uni permit. The pack with the worms. I don't remember if you can buy them at the store or not. I know most of mine I got during the 4th of July event uh, with the cannons somewhere. Well, those cannons were kind of disappointing. Not too often did you get anything. Now, the flags were okay because almost every time you got fireworks. But the cannons, only once in a while did you get a lure. Try to save all my fireworks. They come in extremely handy for the Christmas event. Mainly up at White Moose Lake when you're trying to catch those antlered salmon and furry trout. They help a lot. Now the burbot, when you get that icy something or other bait and you catch those frozen burbot, man, you go to the end of the dock or the left corner and cast out about, I think it's about 45 or 55 feet, something like that. You just catch them. I think you have to catch 200 of them to get Santa's hat, I believe it is. I forget what the reward is, but it comes in a hurry. You just catch them. I use bottom rods, and sometimes you catch 3 or 4 at a time. Chinook, yeah. So Chinook lure, Chinook lure, Chinook lure. Let's try it off the bottom. The specks in Blue Crab Island, you can catch them this way too, either off the top or off the bottom, or on the top, off the bottom. I hear my wife cooking lunch. Hear the microwave. Man, what would we do without a microwave? It takes longer to heat water for coffee or hot chocolate. I cook my eggs in a minute and a half. Scramble them up in a bowl, put microwave, a minute and a half. Put a saucer on top of it with my turkey bacon on top of it. 2 minutes. My breakfast is ready. Don't take long. When I get this one in easy, I'm going to check my email before I leave. Oh, had to catch fish. Sorry, folks. Another smallmouth. Okay, I'm going to put this on here. Now, let me open up this. And go here. Here come my puppy. Yes, yes. Well, easy, I got it. I got one. The Arapaima, I got it. Yeah, thank you. And what I'll do is I'll put you in my folder. Now, did you said you're playing on PS4, right? So like I said, I'm gonna put a folder uh, for PS4 and a folder for Xbox and PC, and I'll separate emails that way. And then I'll try to keep from messing up other stuff. Is that a Sauger? Okay. I just glanced at it. I knew I got the email. Bad eyes, remember? Bad eyes. Looks as big as an arapaima. We want to make 2 more casts, and then I'm going to go eat. Then I got to make some phone calls to see about getting hats taken care of. Okay, there's a bad cast again. I'll be sure and put you in the PS4 folder, your email. Now wait a minute. How far am I throwing that thing? All the way across the lake? We just don't throw it so far. Get up there. Get up there. There we go. Man, isn't it shame catching fish? If people talk about going bass fishing, I've probably caught more bass by accident than a lot of people have on purpose. Not bragging, just a fact. Remember, oh, once a guy lived next door to us. Said, "Let's go fishing." I had a little flat bottom boat, a 25 horse mark on it, short shaft mark. We go anywhere in the lake. I mean, water be 8 inches deep. We go there. I mean, it just where we want to go. But anyhow, we were fishing this little slough, and he was using a bait casting reel, and he threw it out. He got the worst bird nest in that sucker you have ever seen. And we laughed about it. Well, he dug around his tackle box, and he got a lure out. I swear it was this long and this big around. One of them big old saltwater lures. And he said, "I'm going to get that." Right. He messed with that bird's nest for a while. He said, "I'm going to get it out." So he tied that lure on the end of his line and was throwing it towards the bank. And he'd throw it and it'd jerk out a little bit. And he'd throw it and it'd jerk a little bit more. And he'd throw it. About the fourth or fifth time he threw it, a bass nailed that sucker. Well, he couldn't reel it in. He started pulling that in by hand over fist, just pull it in by hand. Got it in. It's about a 4 pound bass. Well, we put it in the live well. Used to be a pond. They've drained it now, but there used to be a pond down at the end of our subdivision. And he said, "I'm going to put it in the pond." I said, "Okay." So we got over here at the house. It was in the live well. He got it out, took a couple pictures of it so he'd have pictures. We took it down, put it in a pond. There's already brim and frogs in there, so we knew it was plenty to eat. And didn't think no more about it. Just was happy he caught that bass. It was just so funny the way he did it. Well, a couple years later, my wife went to a yard sale over on the back side of our subdivision, and one of the things that was for sale was a bass mounted on a plaque. And my wife said, "My husband likes to fish too. It's a nice looking bass." And the lady said, "You ain't going to believe where my husband caught that. He caught that right down there in the pond." My wife didn't tell her that anything about we'd put it in the pond and that we intended for it just to stay there and help, you know, clear out some of the brim and the frogs so that everything would have more to eat and the bass. Well, it was a nice big bass up on that up on that block of wood that they were going to sell at the yard sale. I thought if she'd have told me about it soon enough, I'd have gone and bought it and brought it and give it to him. He would have he'd gone, oh no, come on, man, you know. But anyhow, well, we're going to make one more cast right down the middle as far as we can go. Then, oops, that ain't gonna get it. That's not as far as I can go. Have to do another one. Isn't that a shame? And then I'm gonna eat some lunch. So I've enjoyed talking with y'all. Not that I like to talk, you know, but I've enjoyed talking with you. I've enjoyed very much your responses. And when I come back this afternoon, if I get back on, jump back on with me if you want to. I don't know where I'll be or what I'll be doing, but I'll be fishing. And I guarantee you, wherever I am, I'll be having fun. So if you join me, I hope you have fun too. Or if you know where I'm at, I will. Thank you, Easy. If you know where I'm at, you can uh, request, do a friend request through the friends page. Just do a search for and do a friend request. I think I've got 98 or 99. But if you want to come, I'll be in a friends only room. If you want to come fish with me, you're more than welcome. And I'll accept your friend's request and we can fish together. I just may have to unfriend somebody else. We have requested, did I lose it? No. We have requested from the devs that there needs to be more than 100 friends that you can have on your list. The Xbox version, you can have unlimited number. I mean, not the Xbox, the Microsoft version. You can have an unlimited number. This was another big Chinook, looks like. Yeah. Now, hold on a minute. You got a wrong word in there. Friendly? Is any competition friendly? Oh, later after you get off work. What time would that be? You know, now you're cussing now. I don't like cussing. Work is a four-letter word. Oh, me. Come here. Come here and tell me. Come here and tell me. Come here. Come here and tell me. Come here. Come here, big boy. Come here. Yeah, come here and tell me. Is there something out there? Is there something out there? Yeah. 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 You take care of us, don't you, buddy? Yeah. A big old horse.